You know what this cabin needs? A deck. We've been rebuilding this abandoned cabin, and the deck, well, it barely survived the winters. I crumbled!
That is not 4 feet in the ground.
We've tore out the old deck, hand poured the deck footings, and now it's time to build a brand new wraparound deck that's sturdy, level, and made to last. Like with all renos, demos come first. We're removing the old siding so the ledger board can sit flush against the house, and we can connect it safe and secure to the rim joist. I swear, sometimes the demo is the longest part here. I've taken off 2 pieces of siding and working my way down a lot of nails. There's double nails on each of the siding pieces, while Crystal has already transformed the front of this house with our friend Blueskin. Henry, right?
Henry Blueskin.
I got everything you need.
Want a hammer?
Thank you.
Home run.
We just put a big sticker where the ledger board is going to attach to the rim joist of the house, and this sticker is going to keep it waterproof so we can be happy on our deck and the house can be happy too. We're using massive bolts to attach to the ledger board to the house, and so it's going to be puncturing that rim joist time and time and time again as you see us put them all in, and that could create some leakage, but we know what to do, and so does Henry.
Even though we have legit drawings, I much prefer my morning refresh drawings. Nice little refresh in the brain. I need 2 12-foot boards, ledger boards. We're going to first attach our ledger board to the house with structural screws, just to get it level before we add the big leg bolts. Marking on 16. A little trick, every time you go up 16, it's red on your tape. Because who knows how to count by 16s? Little fit check. Now that our joist,
What is that?
maybe we're finally seeing, what's that thing people say we're gonna see in the woods?
Sasquatch?
Yeah, it's always in the comments. Okay, now that all of our joists are marked out, 16 on center, you need to put your leg bolts in a V shape. Boop, 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 boop.
Oh
So,
boy.
now that we see it, what?
I better hope we got them. Oh, we don't need them.
Washers? You need washers.
No, I mean the nuts.
Oh,
I was looking everywhere for the nuts.
you are not. All right, the big leg bolts are going in.
So you'd like this one to be like here?
Yeah, my dots aren't perfect, sorry.
Oh, her dots aren't perfect. There's honestly something about deck build. They're so fun. You cannot complain because it's usually gorgeous weather like today. You anticipate you're going to be laying out on that thing. It's a very rewarding project. And it's our and it's our last one.
Now put your saw on it. Demos are more fun with a friend.
Call me a friend.
You're my best friend. It's a good thing we actually took that off, eh? There's no...
Oh my god, I didn't even realize.
Yeah, there's no waterproofing.
The whole time I was taking that off and I didn't even notice.
Yeah, not a single waterproofing on that
How
plywood.
did they do that at the bottom? Weird. I mean, I've said that a lot here.
We're gonna need more Blueskin now.
Yeah.
Or any sort of...
Any waterproof membrane.
Yeah, we have some?
Oh, we've got little piles of stuff everywhere.
Okay. And then we just, yeah.
That would be tragic. That little butterfly comes in contact with that spider.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the tragedy of the house rotting.
Oh, no.
You're on a new topic.
Yeah.
Got it.
Butterfly. That's coffee bear.
Just one of those days, eh?
Yep.
2 tasks, coffee time.
Coffee time. So what can you do? Here you are.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This, and then back to work. We need to enjoy this view for as long as we can. It's seriously a dream here.
It's such a dreamy spot.
Where did Crystal go? I can't find her anywhere.
This might look like the most beautiful patchwork you've ever seen, because it is. This is
A work of art. Art.
also, all these products, they do the same thing. They're just for different things. Does that make any sense? They all keep water out, and that's all that matters. And it's all leftovers from all kinds of projects. As you can see, we have 3 different types of waterproof membrane, but we always hold on to the end of the roll. And for days like today, because we've just waterproofed behind the ledger board with everything that was left over in our garage. We're nearly there. We need a few more pieces. Score. Oh, Jazz and Crystal, we really rock. That is when we buy like 20% more material than we need for every job. It comes in handy.
Come on over. Come on over, Crystal. Perfect.
Broke a bit.
That's our last one. We actually only have one of those. I could never find them.
What the heck? I've really never seen this before, have you?
That's wild. Is it really hot in there?
Yeah.
Just give it time. No rush. Okay. Your mind has to do it now?
Alright.
You're not doing it. It's too high. I don't know why you're trying. Well, I guess we'll move on. I will.
Hi, Izzy. Hi, honey. Nice. It's pretty exciting to think that we're almost at this step. It's gonna look really good. The two of us would like to thank Sundays for sponsoring this week's video. Yeah, look at you, you're obsessed. I also am obsessed. It smells pretty good and it's so nutritious. And if you know us, we love our dogs. They are our entire worlds, and we want to do the best we can for them always by getting them outside and giving them lots of exercise, time in nature, and feeding them the best things we can, and even doing at-home physio. Feeding our dogs something complete and balanced is super important. Not only does Sundays make convenient recipes, but they are highly nutritious, human grade, and vet formulated. It's not frozen, it's not kibble, it's Sundays. These little pieces of food are locking in the nutrients because they air dry the quality proteins, fruits, and vegetables that are on their ingredients list. There's nothing on here you're gonna have to look up online to try and figure out what it is, because it's all things that we're familiar with. There's fish oil in here, turkey heart, shiitake mushrooms, blueberries, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, just high quality and whole foods in this bag. 100% muscle meat, organs, and superfoods with zero synthetics or preservatives. And if you don't know, there's no prep, no mess, or refrigeration required. We love it, they love it, and you're gonna love it. They're giving you 50% off your first order if you use code Vanwives and click the link in the description. Just as we left the work site today, we discovered that our first tube that we poured is 3.5 inches too high out of the ground. and it's actually throwing off our larger board and our future joist. So we called in the best help around. Porter! Thanks, Porter.
Hi.
You're the best. Oh my gosh.
Hi, Wizard. Hi, Wizard.
Is that your favorite?
Hi, Belle.
Oh, Bella.
Belle.
Bella.
Hi, Bear.
If you've been here since the beginning, you'll know Porter shows up in the most crucial of times.
Come running too? Look at my nub. You have a nice beard, man. What are you doing?
Good.
So we've dug out the hole so that way we can cut it down 3.5 inches. And that will allow us to start building our deck.
Okay, now somebody can go and mark the bottom of this here.
So, can I try?
Maybe.
Oh, I thought you said no on the phone.
That's a really unique tool to have. A lot of people don't have those. That's for cutting through concrete and all kinds of masonry, slabs and things like that. It's heavy duty. The thing is heavy. You gotta hold it sideways and have quite a bit of precision. Let's see how this goes. Porter! You're a freaking legend!
Okay.
Look at that, eh? That's a smooth cut. That thing is wicked.
You shovel?
What?
Wow.
Oh, that's heavy.
Wow.
I couldn't quite get the centerpiece cut off.
That's okay.
Well, now we can build our deck.
Yay! Hammer time.
Okay, the tube has officially been cut down to size. I've pre-drilled a hole to attach the post bracket to the sonotube. And we're gonna use this epoxy to bond the bracket to the tube, and then we can get going on this deck.
To our surprise, there was no flashing here. Thankfully, we have flashing on hand. We have an impact driver and we didn't even use it for this job. But we're doing it again, so technically we did use it. Time to make some moves on this deck build. Let's get things rolling.
Come on, let's go. We'll get away. Just get me out of my house into the sky. We'll take a little trip to paradise. Let's fly. So high. We're stepping out to the door above the world. I'll take you with me anywhere.
A deck beam is the main horizontal support that carries all the weight of the joist. How's that? Perfect.
In a dream with my love, feel the breeze, catch that feeling inside the mason jar like lightning bolts shining from afar. I guess I'll admit I don't want this to end. Got that chemistry, an oasis of the best energy.
Looks pretty good.
Perfection.
This deck is not just a square. In fact, it's 2 squares connected by a portion right here that is really a triangle and full of angles. So it's a fancy deck, and you know, we're still learning our angles. So this should be really interesting. Right now we've just cut our first angled beam, and you'll see. You'll see. It's gonna be a masterpiece.
The pokes are getting bigger and bigger as we go, because we started with the highest sonotube side. Nice. Wait, there you go. Beautiful.
That looks pretty good.
I know, eh?
Are we like a deck builders or something?
It was the most fun.
This is kind of crazy, really. What are we even doing here?
Making corners.
It's pretty cool.
Not just a square, a rectangle. Yeah.
This is an added challenge.
Boom.
Okay, I like it. Okay, next one then.
That one.
Yeah.
We just need a straight beam.
Angle here.
No, straight.
No.
This is straight. That's angles right there.
Mhm.
Like a pretty 90 angle though.
Yeah, it is actually more 90.
It's not.
I think it's a 90.
Yeah, it is. It's a
45.
corner. 45.
Angles.
I never did good in trigonometry. Is it trigonometry?
I don't know. Yeah.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Of a triangle.
Yeah. Triangles.
Never did.
Now I have actually great interest in triangles after all these years.
Same, but like no school let me build a deck, so I didn't care about the one-dimensional triangle.
Well, they never told you that you could build a freaking deck with a triangle. Did
Yeah.
they tell you?
No, I was like, when am I ever going to use this? And now
Yeah.
I use it every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Post comes up, next beam goes across.
I feel like
It's accurate? Same.
this has to be longer.
Oh, then 80.5.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just cut it extra
you
long
get
and then
the-
cut the straight end at the end. Like the beam at the end of the straight end. We'll cut all of 45, so we'll cut 3 45s that make a beam, right? And then we'll place the beam and then we'll cut that end. This one's complicated. It somehow got too short. And to be honest, no idea what the angle is. We're gonna keep moving on. And then we'll get it. Beautiful. Scribing normally does the trick. Let's hope that angle is correct. Are you doing a test? What's the angle?
35, 36, 38. Now look at it.
That's perfect.
See how it meets, yeah.
You did it.
So we need to recut this before we move forward.
Smart. Or should I say, smart.
I'm not feeling so smart right now.
So we know all of our angles. 22.5 for this beam and 38 for that beam. And if you're wondering why we aren't just asking Google how to do this, we have zero service right now. So, well, actually Crystal's. Good job, Chris.
Like, we don't know if anything's working right now. But I mean,
She is not being very optimistic today, everyone. She is crusty Crystal. Let's do it all over again.
okay.
It worked?
This works. Because this is a new adventure here, we are rough fitting all of the beams and the posts and seeing how everything's fitting, how level it is, and if everything's meeting up properly. So nothing is in yet, and it's all a test.
I think we passed. The supervisor came right out just in time to inspect, eh?
Wow, it's easy for inspection.
Come sniff it out. Oh, I can't wait to hang out on here.
This looks so good.
When you finally start to see it take shape, whoa. I think I block out like the whole pre-part of things because I always forget about the waterproofing, the flashing, the leveling. I think I just think about the enjoyment.
It looks phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Pretty big. We're gonna be doing decking boards for a week. Oh, brother. Would you like a glass of chocolate
I
milk?
really would love one.
You know chocolate milk comes from brown cows?
The oldest joke in the book.
Ponies, horses?
As the can says, cut and seal.
You hope at least. Would you look at that? 4x4. We need a 6x6. So I think we're just gonna toenail until we get some. Chris is on cutting the joist and I'm going to attach what hardware we can. These are deck joists, one of the main support boards that run across the frame. It's what decking boards sit on and what gives your deck strength. Coming together.
Looks so good.
Things are moving quick. A deck build goes slow, move, and then you go slow again when the decking boards go on. But super enjoyable.
Nice job, girl.
You too.
Is this the lumber you ordered?
The lumber you forgot to order, girls.
Girls, snoozing on the job. Wow, so strong, eh?
It's so wet, this wood. Oh my goodness.
All right, have fun.
Thanks, you too.
About 3,000 nails to go and about 18 boards to cut. Sometimes you gotta go separate ways to get her done.
Every single nail is in the hardware. And now we can, oh, almost done. And now we get to move on to setting all the joists at the front of the house. We're gonna see the whole deck take shape right now. All good, Bear. All good, just me.
Oh my gosh, Bella, you're so sweet. Are you kidding me?
We're good?
Yep.
Is this camera on?
Not on yet.
The camera is on.
Really?
Yeah, the camera is on record.
What up? What up? Building a deck, dude.
Supervisor's really staring at us, eh?
I know, with the eyes. Too.
Yeah, I know.
I'm judging you because you could have taken me for a walk, but you decided to build a deck.
What a gorgeous day. What a gorgeous day. What a peaceful day. What a peaceful day. Not a cloud in sight. All I see is sunshine.
Hurricane ties, and then we gotta finish all the corners. Now comes our trusty hurricane ties. So if wind goes under the deck, it doesn't do this. It never ends with hardware.
All right, the last of the joists.
The last little joist.
And as every minute passes by, this deck is looking more like summer and the weather's to match.
Are you a poet?
What a fun deck shape. Brilliant, truly brilliant work starting off. So it's spectacular. Where does this one go again?
On that side, remember? There you have it.
Okay.
The shape of the deck.
Very cool. I've always wanted a wraparound deck.
Now you built one yourself. I wonder how Samson Ty figures out how many holes to put in all the hangers.
They take it and they put it in a tornado stimulator.
Or does he just put a bunch of construction people and as soon as they get annoyed, he's like, yeah, I'll add 2 more.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you tell him what you're doing?
Yeah, I can tell him. There's a new supervisor in town and it's me. Looks like there's there's a hurricane tie missing over here. Other than that, hardware looks good, up to code. Okay, so are we on deck boards?
Yeah, man,
That's crazy! I just figured we couldn't finish the deck and be looking out at this yard. These prickly bushes gotta go down.
Supervisor wants to go home. Yeah. Clementine's not strong enough to pick it up. Okay, so that was an idea, but we very scientifically split the load in half, and that worked out well. Minus my loader control lever has been a bit sticky. If anyone knows why, please let me know in the comments. With all the decking boards in position,
It's transformation time. You've seen this beautiful structure come together, but now it really comes together. As these boards, one by one by one, damn, they take a long time, but once we get them on, this is gonna look like the ultimate place to hang out by the lake.
we're cruising along here on our decking boards. Look how fabulous this looks. Look at these corners. But then we realized we need an entire piece on the outside here, or we're gonna have some flimsy decking boards on the edges. If anyone has any tips and tricks for angles, please let me know in the comments. We've put a temporary board across, and now Crystal is marking to know exactly where we need to cut every single joist on an angle.
I'm going for it.
That's pretty good.
I'd say that's probably it. We're really testing our angles today. So we're gonna try and put this board on the edge here, see how it looks, see if it's gonna work. This is all just one giant experiment. So, Just cross your fingers for us, because we're gonna need it. It worked! Yay!
Yay.
Now we're gonna bam bam boogie! Look at you! Fashion!
Supervisors say no more work. Oh God. Yeah. Ow! Walking around it. Wow. Feels nice. Front door, side door. Quarter of a way there. That's not gonna go very far. Goodbye. I'll see you soon. Bear? Do you wanna go for a car ride? Do you wanna go for a car ride? Hi, girl. Yeah, you love the car. All aboard, eh, girls? The girl thinks she's getting the girl thinks she's getting a cookie from her favorite gas station owner.
Okay, I do have something to share with all of you, and because I am a perfectionist and Jasmine is no longer here, I am taking up some deck boards and replacing them with new cut ones.
Editing this video from the future, and I can't believe she did that. I didn't even know.
And that's because I can't turn my brain off. When I'm looking down at the deck right now, all I see is lines. Bad lines, bad cuts. Our Cirque saw blade was too dull, which was having a hard time getting through the wood. I should have realized earlier that it was a problem. I think I just had my head down, we were going, but now I'm looking up and I'm really not liking what I'm seeing. Frayed lines, gaps in between the boards. I'm gonna try and recut as many as I can because I did leave overhang, and that will hopefully fix a lot of what I'm seeing here. My neighbor just made a good point. My biggest problem right now is I'm spending a lot of time looking down when I should be looking out at the view. But we're gonna fix as many as we can. Got a new blade coming and we're gonna get on with this deck. See how snug that is? That's what we like to see. That is a perfect seam. And that's extra important because these boards are wet, which is why we're leaving no gaps in between. So they're all going to shrink. So if there's any gaps in between each board where they meet, they're gonna get even bigger. This is looking so good. I'm happy again. I've also just realized how difficult it is to cut 16-foot boards solo. And I was thinking, if there's anywhere and anyone to ask, it would be all of you. What can I do to this saw to make it easier to cut? Like, is there extensions? Is there something that can hold the board down? Because it is a challenge and a half to cut a 16-foot board when you're just cutting a little bit off. It's actually not fun.
Back with the goods. Now that's nice.
That is nice.
Do you all want to see something really, really amazing? Perfect. The entire way down. So that means our deck is 100% square. You made some good engineer plans, Bear. High five. Yeah! Good girl, honey. Ready to do the last row? Should we do the last row?
Done?
Yeah. When you just cut all the boards at once, you get a much cleaner cut than if you cut them all individually, because human error. So this is why we're doing all this. We're going around and trimming every single end that we overhung, so that way we have fresh, clean cuts. The cabin has finally transformed. What was once an abandoned cabin with a crooked shifting deck is now a beautiful wraparound space. Solid, sturdy, and built to last. The perfect place to relax and take in the lake, river, trees, and everything nature has to offer.
You come on. I think I turned her into a perfectionist. Only took the entire deck build and the last 5 years. I wanted to say it was done. The deck is done.
Yay!
It's beautiful. I'm about as dead as these batteries, but cheers, my love. Cheers to a new deck. It took a while. Everybody loves a bigger deck.